Hello. Let me know if you can hear me alright. Usually the music is way louder than me, so let's see how that goes. Beep. Okay, piano, you're very loud. Cut that out. Hello, okay, you can hear my voice. Sweet. Sweet. Now I don't have to type, which means I don't have any excuses to stop working. I've been putting this off all day. Because animating is scary. Oh, you're in the this map as well. Yeah, procrastination, I feel that. I've been saving it to work on this weekend because of work, but so I'm forcing myself to do it today, and I'm like, oh, I hurt. I just want to kind of lay in bed, but it's nice to animate again. Don't get to do it that much now. Oh, he looks a little goofy, doesn't he? Don't mind him yet. He'll liven up. It is cold here in the north. I'm not as north as I could be, but I'm pretty north. How is it now you've been working with a company? I mean, I could still find time to animate my own stuff. It's just hard to find the energy when you've been animating like all day. Like when you come home. I mean, I don't have very long evenings due to my work hours, but I could fit in some time here and there, but I prefer to like chill or play games or draw instead. Just because it's like, when you've been animating all day, you really don't want to come home and do more of it. Even though I don't do hand-drawn at work. But yeah, it's weird. It's I do miss doing map parts a lot, which is why I took this one. Because this is a really short and sweet part, so I could get this over with. But it's sad. I miss making cats move. Yeah, Easy's Christmas maps are so nice. I've never joined one before, but I've wanted to. But like, Christmas is the worst time to join a map. But this time, I was like, oh, I could do it this time. Sure. Have you been working on anything in the industry? Yeah, I uploaded a video last week talking about it. The project we've been working on actually was announced earlier this week. It's called Power Birds. It's very cute. It's got superhero birds in it. You can find the opening on YouTube, I think, if you search it. It's a preschool show, so don't get your hopes up, but I'm like, I dig it. It's good fun. Sorry if I cough a lot, by the way. I think I'm getting sick again. Again. I'm just always sick. How many hours do you work every day? I work 9 at my job. And then, yeah. I usually try to go to bed at like 10:30 or 11, which means when I get home I maybe have like 4 hours to myself, so it's hard to dedicate those 4 hours to animation when animation takes so long. And you have to eat and shower and do chores in that time, so it's tough, but my contract runs out soon, so I won't be here for much longer. We'll see what the next project is. Pretty sure he's still got his mouth open here. Yeah, I love drawing birds too. It hasn't got anything to do with drawing though, it's all puppet animation, so I don't actually draw them. I just drag their limbs around. But puppet animation's fun as well. I do miss drawing a lot though. Like sometimes I'll doodle at work, like doodle out my keyframes to make sure I'm hitting keys right. And I'm like, oh god, I want to keep drawing. I forget how fun it is. Like I don't actually get to draw at work at all. So when I come home and do stuff, I'm like, oh. It has made me appreciate drawing at home a lot more. I'll say that. I'm kind of glad in a way that I'm not doing hand drawn at work, because then I'll definitely not want to draw at home. I'll definitely not want to do this at home, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Thank you, Purple Peppermint. Kiss. Thank you, Sunflower. I know, I would put Animal Crossing music in the background of everything now, just because it's like, it's so chill. It's like, suddenly there's no stress in the world. So excited for the new game next year. It literally cannot come quick enough. It's coming out when I'm on holiday, so I'm not gonna be in the country when it comes out, and I'm so sad. But it will be something to look forward to when I get back. Look at this handsome man doing the steppy step. Off he goes. Maybe I should delay his tail a bit, actually. Pew, pew. Whoosh. Oh, animating the tails is my favorite bit. It's so satisfying. Although this one's going to be mostly hidden. Let's just erase. Whoopsie daisy. Let's just erase this one for now. I say as I then draw it back in. That works for now. Hello, Minilol. Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm really inspired by you and wanted to ask how to start animating. You do it. Like, it's easier said than done, definitely. But like, you just have to start. Like, it's very scary to begin something new because you're like, I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to discourage myself when it goes wrong. But you really just have to do it and then accept that it will go wrong, because you're not going to be good at everything you start off with. You know, it's like learning a language. You can't be like, I want to learn French, and then know French instantly. first time you try it. So it's like, you have to take time with it and you have to practice it. You have to exercise it. So just give it a go. The next problem with that is like finding the tools to be able to do it, and there are some free programs that allow it. They're not the best ever, but you can do it, like Krita and... No, I think it's just Krita. It's open to as well, but I don't think that's very beginner friendly. Clip Studio Paint has a good timeline, and you have to pay for that one, but it's a really good program for like a one-time buy. And it's on sale a lot, and it's great for illustration too, so you can kind of just get that and then go just ham on it. Hi, Cell! You have the power. You have a spanner. Use it wisely. Or don't. It's really up to you. Flipper Clip, yes, actually. Flipper Clip's a good one, I think. I haven't actually used it. I know you can get it on iOS. Can you get it on desktop as well? I don't know. You can get Rough Animator on desktop, right? I think it costs like £5, which, yeah, you have to pay for that, but that's so cheap for a program. And I really like it, at least on iOS, I really like it. It's very simple, but it has like everything you need. I just use it for roughs, but I think you can finish things quite nicely on there, I'm pretty sure. Moho is a great free animation program. There you go. I've never heard of that before. Moho. Maybe I have. I don't know. This weird face is doing stuff. Whatever, I'll fix that in a second. I don't want to put too much construction lines down because I'll get carried away with it and then not put a face down. Autodesk Sketchbook PT is good for animation. There you go. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say Procreate is good for animation. It's great that it has animation features now, but I wouldn't rely on that for your animation software, you know. Procreate is fantastic, but I'd only use the animation part of it for like small GIFs and really small things. Like I wouldn't animate anything like this in there. Like you can't really time stuff in Procreate, I don't think. So just for small things. It's not impossible. People use all sorts of stuff. I mean, the animation started out on paper, so you could pretty much just use anything. You have to merge layers still for each frame? Seriously? Oh, I haven't tried the new animation tools yet, but I was really hoping you wouldn't have to merge. That's fair enough. I'd probably like paint the layers all in folders, duplicate the file, and then merge, just in case I need to go back and edit stuff. Mary and the Witch's Flower was made with Moho. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, Amelia. You're in this one too. Heck yeah. Oh, your English isn't bad at all. I can't speak any Russian, so you're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Please don't feel as if you have to apologize for that. Hello, gamers. Should probably turn the audio on so I know what syllables he has to hit with his mouth here, but it's loud and I want to listen to the music for a bit. Don't like your muzzle, Mr. Man. Do you have any tips for avoiding art or animation block? Good question. I struggle with this a lot, but I think like you just have to like learn to figure out when you need a break and when you should push yourself, because like sometimes motivation is the real killer, and if that's the case you just really have to push yourself and try and draw and get something out. But if you just are getting really frustrated with drawing and can't get anything out, feel free to take a break. Like, you're allowed to take breaks. Maybe use that time to study instead, like read books about art and stuff, and look up artists that inspire you, and collect some images that really inspire you in a folder. So like you can always go look at that if you're out of ideas and stuff. I found that was really helped me, especially recently. I keep a folder on my phone. Like whenever I see art I really like, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna save that. So I save it and put it in my little inspiration folder. So next time I want to draw, but I don't know what to draw, I'll look in that and I'll usually get some ideas. But if you find you can't get anything out that you like, just take a nice break, take a few days off, and come back to it later, or something. God. Oh, bye, owl. Thank you. Tips for lip syncing for animals. I guess draw a lot of animals from references and learn how their mouths work. And also you could probably study work from other animators and see how they approach lip sync. Lip sync's difficult because there's no like, oh, you must do it this way. Because, you know, we all express and speak in different ways. Like, you can talk through clenched teeth, or you can like be really loud and big mouthed, or you can like be really subtle and like whispering. Sometimes if lip sync is really fast, you can like cut out vowels in your mouth shapes, or just cut out, you know, cut out parts of the word to make it run more smoothly, so the character's not like blah, 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 blah. Let me turn the audio on here and see if I can. Oh god, that's loud. Okay, hold up. It's gonna deafen you all with the. Where is TV Paint? Oh, TV Paint, you're already at 8. Oh, TV Paint, you're just so loud. Hang on. Let me turn it down in TV Paint itself. That's still loud. TV Paint. Nope. We're gonna go deaf today. What about now? Are you kidding me? Oh, I was turning it down on the wrong thing. Hang on. That's better. Okay, okay. Hold up. Still quite loud. What about this? Okay, that's a bit better. Sorry about that. Everything is so loud. Alright. How do I demonstrate this? I did do a video on lip sync before, but it's very old, and I don't know if you should watch it because I was a baby. But what I pretty much do, in fact, I'll do it here because I was drawing this mouth before I listened to the audio. But it is kind of I don't really worry about the lip sync until the end, unless it's really rhythmic, like singing, for example. If you really want to hit beats that are like accents in the words, like for example, he says, "I'll take your hat" in this, like this. I'll take your hat. And like there's an accent on hat, right? So it goes up like, "I'll take your hat." So on hat, I'm doing a little bit of an overshoot to like, you know, hit that. I don't know how to describe it. Just to hit that that accent in the song. So usually I don't give a crap how the mouth is gonna look until the end. I just kind of keyframe in regards to what syllables I think he should be hitting. So he doesn't really hit many syllables here. He's mostly saying take as he's turning, and then take your happens when he's settling, and then he reacts to the word hat because there's a real accent on it. And then for the rest of the song, he just kind of walks off as he's finishing, so he doesn't actually react a lot to the words here. But once I've keyed out and I've hit the words that I want, so let's say on this key, there's a beginning, it starts in the beginning of the t there, so that's usually like kind of closed mouth, gritted teeth kind of sound with a t. What old animators used to do, what they used to do was they'd keep a mirror on their desk and like pull faces in it and speak in it and use themselves as reference for mouth shapes. So you could even do that if you want to, or just be aware of like, pardon me, of how your face looks when you're saying things, but like, you don't have to stick with that exactly because animation is like exaggeration, so like t sound is a very subtle mouth shape, but it's quite an important mouth shape here because the t in this is quite strong. So if I ignored the t sound on here and didn't let it linger, it would probably be really obvious and it would look quite quite sloppy, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling here. How do you draw expressions on an animal? Well, so first you do, hang on. First you have an individual. Exhibit A, right? And you go, yeah! Yeah! There you go. You just kind of like, animals, they express a little, but obviously they don't have the facial muscles that we do, because we're like very social animals that communicate through, you know, we use sight a lot, so like, we express a lot visually, and animals don't as much. So you kind of have to cheat and you have to make things. Like cats don't really have eyebrows, so you can just make your own. It's a bit like people would laugh at James Baxter when he drew Spirit and it was like, oh, there's a horse with eyebrows, haha. But the eyebrows, without the eyebrows he wouldn't be as expressive, so you can add eyebrows and you just like, you know, anthropomorphize them and give them expressions that you would have, I guess, because like if cats or dogs make this face in real life, they're probably really pissed because you don't show your teeth if you're happy generally. But yeah, you just kind of okay. You look at an animal for reference and you look at how you could take advantage of its face and express it. I don't know if that was a serious question or not, but I kind of went ham on answering that. Eyebrows is the answer, in short. Eyebrows. How do you keep the line art so neat and proportionate? I don't know if I'd call this neat, but I take a good, like when I've really roughly put down, like for example, this is one of my rough drawings. When I put down this crap, I'll go between it and like I'll clean it, I'll tidy it up, I'll do I forget what they call it. There's a fancy professional word for it. Tie it down. You do your tie downs, which is like taking this crappy drawing and making it more finished like that, which is what I'm doing now. I'm doing my tie downs now. So I take a good while making sure my tie downs here are correct so that my in-betweens won't be all over the place. I hope that answers your question. I just kind of take a while to make sure it looks right. Getting the keyframes is important. If the keyframes aren't right and you start tweening, then you're probably gonna have to end up redoing a lot of in-betweens, which I do a lot because I'm very lazy with keyframing, so I usually go back and fix stuff later. Eyebrows. Okay, I'm glad my eyebrows helped you. You have the power now. Go use your eyebrows for the greater good of the world. Oh, that's a point. When I'm drawing ears, you can also use ears for the expression, because animals use their ears a lot. Yay! Body language. Take. Probably change this mouth as well, actually. Drawing mouths is hard. It's more obvious that it's a T shape when it comes to colorings, and you can color it in white at the moment. I'm just kind of doing a rough idea that there's teeth involved here somewhere. And conveniently, this next frame lands on the A sound, so I can change that there as well. But yeah, don't really worry about lip sync. Worry about the lip sync at the end. I see a lot of people like animate the mouth first, and I think that just causes a lot of headache because you're trying to follow the mouth, like the mouth is the primary thing, and it's like the mouth doesn't really matter, it's just kind of there. Whoops! Dropped my pen. Do I still animate in Photoshop? I don't really anymore. I think I would do sometimes if I'm doing something like an animation with like nice painty brushes or something more experimental, but Photoshop was never a good program to animate in. It's just what I had, and I learnt it well enough that I didn't mind using it. So, but now that I bought TV Paint like over a year ago now, having an actual animation program saves a lot of heartache. I would ideally love Toon Boom because that's what I work with at work, so I know it a lot better than TV Paint, and you can do like compositing in it, and the camera's so much easier to use, and there's effects and stuff, and you can also have vectors, but Toon Boom is so expensive. It's like, one day I'll get it, but I'm having fun with TV Paint at the moment. I don't mind using it. Is his head really big here, or is his body really small? Maybe I'll expand butt. Big ass! Don't beat me up! Wayne's gonna fight me. Eyebrows and tie downs. Yes, that's the key lesson here. How do you draw open animal mouths or muzzles? I struggle with this too. I mean, look how awkward this one looks. It's just kind of reference again. You kind of have to look at real life pictures and learn how these things work. Like learn how muzzles work. Draw open muzzles, draw closed muzzles, draw muzzles in all sorts of positions, and then you'll be able to do what, Wayne? Giving me money is the opposite of beating me up. You realize this, right? That's more money I can use towards a plane ticket to go beat you up. Thank you so much, buddy. You're a good lad. Mwah. Hi, Stem. Donkey Kong. DK. I was gonna do the Donkey Kong rap, but I realized I don't actually know how it goes. Oh, I let myself down this day. He looks weird here, but it's okay. Take. He'll take. Guys, he'll take. This is wise. Maybe I should do it more in the middle. I didn't put an awful lot of planning into this. Like a naughty. Okay, I'll try draw an open mouth here, but I goof it up a lot. Take. Because I don't want him to look. I don't want him to have a huge smile. I want him to have like a smirk or subtle smile. It's kind of hard. Chiefs. I'm alright with that. Have you gone to an art school or art college? Yeah, I went to university. I graduated last year. Oh, sorry, I have to stretch. Oh my god, my bones. My bones, they hurt. Is there an old animation you want to redo for fun? Yes, I actually have on my to-do list that I haven't looked at in a while. That I want to redo some old map parts because like I want to animate, but I don't have the energy to animate anything original right now. So I'm like, I kind of want to reanimate old map parts, not only to get practice, but also to like boost my confidence a bit because like, oh, look how much I've improved when I compare this new map part to the old one. So I wouldn't mind doing that. I really want to reanimate my lullaby for Princess part actually, because that one was real old. I think that was my first one for Warrior Cats. I'd love to redo it. Are you doing? Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Are you doing commissions anymore? I do them occasionally, but I have a full-time job, so I can't exactly. I can't do them all the time because I get tired. So I just kind of open them when I feel like I can do them. I've wanted to open them this month just for a bit of extra help with Christmas spending, but I'm just tired, man. I don't want to come home and do commissions. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to come home and watch a movie whilst like drawing someone's nice character. But recently, I've just like come home and wanted to just kind of sit and stare at the wall for a while instead. So, next year I'll open them because when my contract runs out, I'm gonna try to do commissions. Not full time, but while I'm just looking for another job. So I'll have a lot of time to do them then. Oh gosh. What did you enjoy the most while working on the new bird show I animated for? The birds themselves are really fun to animate because they're very wacky. I don't know if I can pin down a certain thing 'cause there's good and bad things. Like all the characters' personalities I really like and they're really fun to animate too. Like there's a bunch of villains in it who are really quirky and they're really fun to like the voice acting is really fun to animate too because sometimes they're like real sassy or something. But like sometimes the rigs are a pain in the butt and they're really slow or you can't get a pose right. It really depends. Like some things that I like some days I'll really dislike other days. Some days I just want to concentrate on a really hard challenging shot and it'll be really fun, and other days I don't want to do anything hard. I just want to do something easy so I can zone out. Oh no, yeah, sorry. Oh god, no, I'm yawning, I'm sorry. My first one for Warriors was Meet Me in the Woods. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one. I also want to redo that one. That one was so much fun. I still like my part for that as well, actually. I think I just really like, like cross-hatching and roughness. What do you do for your job? What art-based jobs are there? Well, there's art-based jobs everywhere. I mean, everything man-made is designed by someone. Every TV show has a team behind it. Every film has a team behind it, animated and live action. There's art jobs everywhere. You just have to figure out what you want to do. I think design and web design right now is really popular. So, you're gonna get sued. So I'll get sued. So I've been so distracted yawning, I haven't really. I should really have drawn my own reference for this guy, because I've forgotten how his fur works that I've... There we go. Sorry for all the t-it. Least favorite movement to animate? A rotation. Because that involves, like, knowing the whole character's head in 3D, and I'm like, I ain't about that life. When it turns out well, it's really, really satisfying, but it's also very hard. No. Oh, it stopped. Go me. This whole map is just gonna be Oakhart doing bedroom eyes. Ooh. The forehead hair gets in the way once again. It's gonna be an interesting amount of line blindness when I get to cleaning this up. Hang on, is there any... Oh, he's got a thick tail, god damn it. Yeah, he's got a really skinny tail. That's fine. I was checking to see if he had any particular design quirks on his body, but thank god he doesn't. Sort of to animate those in as well. Peak laziness. Okay, well, to fix his tail, I'm just gonna go whoosh. There, now he's got thick fluff. Something I really struggle with is sizing. Like, I feel like his head, it's too big here, I reckon, is the problem. No, not quite that small. Yeah, that makes me happier. Sorry if I'm not talking much, by the way. I'm like half concentrating. Have you heard the new game Wildworks is making? No, I haven't. I've been seeing a lot of like animal-based games recently. It looks really cool. Ooh. Have fun with that, Dr. Bubbles. Oh, okay, someone's called Dr. I was like, I saw that out of context. I was like, who is this Dr. Bubbles? Now I see Dr. Bubbles is animating 17 stripes. I'm so sorry. Part of the reason why I picked this part of the map was because Oak has a really simple design. That'll totally influence my decisions. Also, my first map part wasn't Lullaby for a Princess. I thought it was. My first map parts were Gravity Falls. My first Warriors map part was Meet Me in the Woods. I thought it was Lullaby for Princess, but it wasn't. I think it was like my second. I remember it was really early because I remember asking Holly for the part and I was like, I haven't actually animated cats before, but I'll give it a go. God, it's so old now. I remember being so proud of it too. You should do that thing Moon Kitty does on Discord. What does she do? Does she call like people in the stream? That sounds terrifying. She's brave. I have wanted to make my own Discord, but again, I'm quite like my mood changes. So like sometimes I'll be really sociable and want to talk to everyone. Some days I'll just want to chill out and not exist for a bit. So I feel like if I had a Discord, I'd be worried that I'd abandon it or something. I'd love to talk to you guys, but I'd be worried that I'd do it wrong. Can I just animate the tail and call it done? Just really like animating tails. Ugh. Thank you, Derpy Dusty. Favorite map part you animated? Oh, I really like, oops. I really like, I forget what it's called, Celeste, the one with the circle. I really like that one. I still like how that one came out as well. It was like the only part I've animated, part of animated lineless, and I really like how it turned out, but I also don't want to animate lineless again just because it's a pain in the butt, so I'm like, that'll be like the only time. I want to rotate his head a wee bit here. The chat seems so chill today, so nice and slow. Is it, have I activated like a thing by accident? No, I think it's good. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Favorite warrior cat? Either Ravenpaw or Cinderpelt. I gotta go with those. Yeah, of course I've listened to Hamilton. I love Hamilton. I miss it. Like, I miss when it was really huge. I was never like super duper into it, but the music was really good and it was really fun to animate too. I kind of miss when there was Hamilton maps all over the place, not gonna lie. I know people got sick of it, but I was like way into it. I was like, hell yeah. I just really like musicals. I want to just animate sections of musicals just for fun. But I'd be worried people would want me to do more, and I'd just be like, nah, it takes too long. What are you animating by? Like, what are your flips per second? Oh, frames per second? The standard in the US is 24. The standard in Europe is 25. So I usually just stick with 24. Just to make things less confusing, and it makes more sense to me because then you can have 2s and 1s a bit easier. What's your favorite animal? I like orcas a lot, and then it'll be like caracals and cheetahs and stuff. I like a lot of animals. A thing where she streams and people can join and ask a question. Oh, that sounds like a nice idea. I'd be a bit scared, I think. In case I couldn't understand someone or something, or if a troll came in or something. Have you heard of the show His Dark Materials? I have. I haven't read the books, but I watched the film ages ago, and I know fans consider the film to be terrible, but I really liked the film, so I'm looking forward to watching the show. I'm saving it to watch with my mum at Christmas, so I haven't touched it. But no, I'm looking forward to that. Anything with animals and stuff, I'm like, yes! I like Heathers. I don't actually know much about Heathers. The music's good, but I haven't like listened to all of it. God, so sorry I'm yawning so much. I could turn off the mic if it's annoying. How do you listen to music while lip syncing? I just have the music quite quiet. And like I'm not fully lip syncing right now, so I don't really need to concentrate on it. But when I do fully lip sync, I'll probably turn the music off. But we're far from that stage at the moment. It's got a wonky nose. Is there a reason Europe does? Oh god, so sorry. Europe does 25? I don't actually know. I just remember being taught that. So at uni we had to do everything in 25, but I was so used to 24. We just like to change things up to make things annoying. Yeah, I've heard the show is so much better. Oh, I can't take map parts, sorry. I only take them if I really want them, because as you can see, it takes me a long time. And I can only really do them on weekends, and sometimes on weekends I have to shop or do errands or travel, so I don't actually have a lot of time for animating like at all. And I don't get paid for it, so I can't really dedicate much time for it. I'm doing this one because I wanted to do one of Izzy's Christmas maps, and I also missed animating, so I took a really short part just to do something. Least favorite warrior cat. I remember, is it Rainflower is Crooked Star's mum? Cause she was terrible. She sucked. I remember reading that book and being like, wow, she's not even trying to be nice. She's just straight up nasty. Oh, Roxanne map. Yeah, the Roxanne map was really nice. My part looks really old now, but I try to be. Oh no, I try to be more ambitious with it, even though there wasn't much. It didn't turn out super the way I wanted. What do I live in? An apartment or a house? Yeah, they're very expensive. I live in an apartment. I don't know when I'll ever be able to afford a house. It's not something I'm really thinking of right now. Because in animation you have to move around a lot, so if you buy a house you probably just have to sell it immediately. But I also hate renting, so... Yes, it's fur, it's cold outside. Sure is. Okay, I need to speed up, I'm being really slow, sorry. Just head shapes, man. Ah, it's hard to rotate his face. My muscles are very good at rotating, like completely changing where they're meant to be. Yeah, pay no attention to Oakhart when he's like only partly sketched. He'll be a scary mother trucker. Oh god, now I'm yawning and I've got hiccups. My body's going crazy. Poop. Sure. Was Rainflower the cat in Dawn of the Clans? No, I was thinking of Crooked Star's mum. I might have got her name wrong. I'm pretty sure it was something flower. I can't remember, sorry. Do I have any pets? I have 2 snails. Very big snails. I also have 2 cats at my parents' house, but I've moved out now. So they're not technically mine anymore, but I want my own kitty one day, very, very badly. But it's hard when you're renting. But yeah, I have snails at the moment, so that fulfills my need for animal company, even though you can't exactly hug a snail. But it's nice to look after something. I did have a little collection of insects, like I kept crickets and leaf insects. Leaf insects were oh, I forget what it's called when they're really young. Like not larvae, but anyway, they were really young and they didn't make it, unfortunately. But the crickets I kept were great. They were just literally feeder crickets. I just wanted them. So I just bought crickets that are meant to be fed to reptiles and I just kept them in a box. Well, not a box, in a terrarium. What kind of snails are they? They are giant African land snails. So they're quite chunky. Though one of them's a bit small. I don't know if he'll grow any bigger. The other one is like the size of my hand. So she's getting pretty big. How long have you been drawing and animating? I've been drawing like since 2009 and animating since I was 19, so 2014? Yeah, that long. How did I do in my GCSEs? God, I can't remember. Not super well. I mostly focused on arts and sciences because that's what I wanted to do in college. And I did well in those, well enough to get the A levels I wanted, which is good, but I was just kind of like a BC student, nothing amazing. GCSEs, after you get the ones you need to get your A levels, they really don't matter. So don't stress yourself too. I mean, they're important, but like at my school, they'll be like, oh, if you do badly in these, you'll be unemployed and you'll die. And I was like, why would you say this to children? So it's really chill. It'll be fine. I mean, revise for them, but like, don't stress yourself to death. I knew a bunch of people who like stressed themselves sick and they would throw up in the exams and stuff. I'm like, mate, oh man. I think the next animation is gonna be Animal Crossing. And actually, oh yeah, you should animate Animal Crossing, Wayne. I want it. I also want to animate Friends in Animal Crossing. That sounds amazing. Tips for beginner animators. Simple as your friend. I can't remember how. Follow the rules of KISS. Here we go. Which means keep it simple, stupid. But yeah, just less is more. Don't overwhelm yourself and make it hard for yourself, because animation is hard. If you make it hard at the beginning, you'll put yourself off. And it's like learning a language. You don't expect to be like, oh, I'm gonna learn French and then learn French overnight. No, it's something you have to practice and spend ages doing. If everyone could animate instantly, I'd be out of a job. A lot of people would be out of a job. Don't know if I like this leg. I want this leg to be more sturdy because he's putting a lot of weight on this one. Just realised I think his back leg is pivoting weirdly. I think this leg actually needs to be like here. Because it's like here. And then here. And then here. Kind of. Which makes this leg a bit awkward. Can I pick it up here? Sure. No, that does feel a bit better. I want to lift this one up a bit more though. I need to make this one obvious that it's being lifted up, but he's also quite low down to the screen, so it's hard to make that obvious unless you like really lift it up there. So he's like real picking it up. Animating legs I've actually found to be really fun, so I'm kind of sad that I've cut out all the legs of this. I mean, I could include more of his body, but that would just take longer, and also I prefer this framing. Oh god. The plague, it's coming for me. Is Finch a caracal? She is! She's got big ears. I'm very sad that caracals aren't in Planet Zoo, so I can't have caracals in my zoo. What kind of mess is this? This like needs to be like... This is just an awkward pose in general. This is just our strange in-between pose. It's fine. It's very still. Placing that leg. Sorry for the noise. I could probably turn the audio off now. I don't know. No, I still need to be timed down. Says Oakheart. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Chai. Sup? Can we see the whole part so far? Oh, sure. Yeah, most of it's rough.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take
It's not much, but I like keep it simple.
I'll take your hat.
Have I made his head too small now?
I'll take your hat.
Maybe. I'm gonna make this one bigger again. Animation takes so long. But yeah, he walks away at the end. He's like, see ya. This actually crosses over with the next part. So I'm not gonna do many frames in this, but I did want him to start walking because he walks in the next one. And also I wanted to animate more legs because I'm like, I haven't animated many legs. Hi, Kebby. It is cold outside. It's cold inside because my building has no insulation. It's fine. I have a heated blanket, so everything's good. I also have jelly beans. There he goes. Oh yeah, that head is too small, I think. I'm just gonna go through nitpicking everything. Hey. Cute. It's a weird one. Oh, teeny tiny radiators. I've got a lot of like my own little radiators. Like I have a little heating fan and I've got a heated blanket and I've got like an oil radiator that I have to help contribute to the heating of this goddamn place. So That might be worth investing in if it gets too cold. My problem here is that the windows are huge, so they let in a lot of cold and none of the heat stays in. So I'm contemplating like covering the windows with a sheet or a blanket or something, but that'll be really depressing because then no sunlight will get in. And I'm like, oh, I'm already void of sunshine. I don't want to make it worse. Okay, I'm gonna have his head dragged down a bit. Okay, here he goes. Yeah. So he has a bit of an. It's weird because I haven't put the curse sound here yet, so it looks kind of weird. But again, I don't worry too much about the mouth until a bit later. Maybe I'll make him blink here, just to make life a bit easier. Although I wanted to keep his... I wanted to keep his eyes open a lot in this because he's like eyeing her up, right? He's being real like, catch me later, honey. But I could also make it more cat-like where he does some like slow blinks, like, See how much I trust you because of how slow I'm blinking? Call me. That's another thing we'll worry about later. With this long pause here, I was gonna have him like looking her up and down like he's checking her out. He looks bold right now. Don't worry about that, it's fine. Yes, you should get a heated blanket. It's honestly saved my life, because even if it's freezing inside, I just like wrap myself up in it, and I'm just hot within like minutes. Even like too hot, I get like overheated, so it's like, it's magical. Yeah, sounds like a YouTube poop when you scroll between these. Oh god. I think you should do slow blinking. It's good to be accurate. Yeah, I'll try slow blinking. Oh, this Animal Crossing thing, I literally just searched Animal Crossing on Spotify and clicked one of the first ones. It's called Animal Crossing Environments. So, yeah, because I wanted to, like, set this as... Because I'm trying to figure out how to, like, set an alarm on my phone that plays a playlist instead of just a song, because I want it to play, like, an Animal Crossing playlist when I wake up. I don't want it to play just a song, because I'll get sick of that song really fast. But I know how to do that. I want to wake up to like morning Animal Crossing music, so I'm like, yeah, I live in a video game and I'm ready for the day. Because that's the only way life could be happy, is if you're like, yeah, I'm a protagonist in a video game. Filled with tiny animals and cute furniture. And where mortgages are very easy to get. Oh, mister, your ears. Your ears. Yeah, I like to put Animal Crossing music on in the background at home. It's just so chill. It feels so soft and warm to listen to. Honey's been no help with rent. Oh, what a freeloader. Tell her to get a job. I'm sure there's some mouser jobs going or something. My snails don't have a job either. They're taking up all my heating bills because they demand to have rainforest temperatures. Could you make a tutorial how to make the patterns of the cat? That was your question, right? You just kind of have to set that out in your keys and play it through, and if they jiggle, fix it. Like just move things around, try and find a point on the body where you can kind of like use as a reference to where you should be placing stripes and stuff. But markings are a real pain in the butt, so like simplify if you need to. Some people have really insane designs, and I'm stubborn, and I'll be like, no, I'm gonna simplify this for you because I'm not gonna do this much. Like if I got a part with silver stream in, I probably would have given her less stripes or something. Thank you. Everyone's saying bless you now. I hope that wasn't loud. Oh, that's sweet of you, Kevy. Thank you. Like, no, I must run back and say bless you. Oh! Oh, you gave me money. You don't have to do that. It is cold outside, but it's warm in my heart because of you. Thank you. Very nice. Oops. I feel like I'm close to sneezing again. I can feel it. Like, it's there, but it's not rising. What's the green line in TV paint? Oh, this one? This is just a background layer. It hasn't got anything on it. But it's there, exists. I don't really need it, to be honest. I think I need a tissue now. Damn it, once you sneeze once, the floodgates open. I was sick for so long in autumn, and I had like a few good weeks of being alright, and now I'm getting sick again. Because my throat has got that kind of you know, it feels like there's a lump in it, and I'm getting sniffy and sneezy again, and I'm like, no, I was sick for so long. How I make sure these hard patterns don't fly. I just yeah, I just set the patterns into keyframes and then make sure I'm in between them. And if they look like they're jiggling or flying, then I just go back and fix it, and I just keep doing that until they look okay. It's kind of trial and error and practice. How do you set the grey outside box around the white frame? I can't actually remember how I did it. This is because it's the camera and TV Paint, but the camera I struggle with. The white box is the camera here, see? And I made it so the camera is 1920 by 1080. So I know this is my screen size. And then the rest of it is just where I can draw outside, so if I need to move the camera, I can. Oh my gosh. But I think I just set a canvas size that was bigger than 1920 by 1080, and then I made a camera that was this. But I honestly can't remember how I did it, because the camera in this program scares me, because I always mess it up. And it doesn't have its own layer, so I don't know how to animate it. Like, I'm just too used to the camera on Toon Boom, which seems so easy. Oh, bye, kitty cat. Thank you for coming. Oh, okay, that's good. I'm quite new to it as well. I mean, I've had it for a year, but I haven't been using it that much, so I'm pretty new to it too, don't worry. Before I did the camera thing, I just inserted a white box that was 1920 by 1080 and just put it in the background. But yeah, there is a way to animate this camera, I think. That's why I don't want to touch it in case I break it. But I just don't know how to do it. I know how to do it in Toon Boom, which is frustrating. It's like, life would be easy if I had Toon Boom. But I also want to learn TV Paint. Okay, let's try and get this up face looking okay. Oops, that's on. TV Paint moment. Hi, Luna. Don't listen to my TV Paint moments. I don't know TV Paint well at all. I'm a struggling man. I should really look at a detailed tutorial on the camera and TV Paint one day, because I just don't get it. Oh man, you don't need— if it works for you though, Chai, I don't see any reason to change it. Because you don't want to go into— you're not doing animation as a career, do you? So you could just do what you want. I kind of push myself to learn TV Paint because it's like the industry standard for hand-drawn a lot of the time. Oh wow. This song is a lot louder than all the others. It's like, boom, Animal Crossing in your ear. But yeah, you do what you want, man. I think learning a proper animation program would make life a little bit easier, but I mean, it also involves learning a new program, like you said, and that's a pain. Like, I still don't know how to do a lot in this, but I tell you what, I found it worth it switching over just for the coloring technique. It is so fast to color in TV Paint. I'm so in love with it. It's like so. I actually enjoy coloring now, which is insane because I used to hate it. Because coloring in Photoshop, I had this long, complicated process to fill every frame. Hang on, I'm getting tangled in my blanket. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Ugh. Hi, Catcraft. Thanks for joining. Cold. I had no idea that program even had animate. What? TV Paint? No, no. No, you mean Elements, right? Yeah, okay. You mean Elements. I was gonna say, like, that's all TV Paint is. Okay, let's move your face down. You're gonna behave nicely for me, Oakheart. He's pulling these faces because he knows I'm gonna screw up. He's waiting for me. Nuh-uh. Make him look like a real jock. He looks like he has eye bags at the moment. Here we go. Jockle heart. Jokel heart. Joke heart. Joke heart. There's a whole world of more convenient animation software out there. Yeah, do what you want. Follow your dreams. What are TV Paint's image manipulation functions? Yeah, it does more. I just don't use it much. Let's have a. Oops! What did I just do? Hang on. This is what I want. Okay. You can do more. Like here, you can do perspectives. You can go, whoa! Wee! He's coming towards you. He's approaching, man. What are we gonna do? Here he comes. There's also warp, apparently. Ooh, oh, ooh, okay. Yeah. This is like, oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay, I thought it couldn't undo. You know what, I'm gonna put warp away, just in case I break something. But yeah, no, it can do a whole bunch of stuff. Don't worry. You animate in Photoshop now, Luna? Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I feel you. It's nice to have all those brushes. Jock on. I could tell how far behind my stream is because now you're reacting to the perspective. Here he comes. Cool. You're welcome. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of stuff. You could probably look it up. I'm probably not the best person to ask because I use it only for the basic functions that hand drawn can offer, like the drawing part, the lining part, the coloring part, and possibly the shading part. Although I kind of made that up as I went along. There's lots of tutorials and forums and stuff for it. Yeah, the brushes make it worth it, to be honest. The nice Photoshop brushes. And once you get used to the timeline, it's not too bad. I mean, it's like, what you don't know doesn't hurt you, right? If you don't know how convenient other programs are, you're like, oh, Photoshop's fine. And then you use like Toon Boom and you're like, oh, good God. I've been living like an animal. But Toon Boom's expensive, so. Two Boom's just my long lost love that I really want. Hi, Misty. I can kick Luna if you want. Okay. Ibis Paint. Oh, I haven't heard of that. I can't figure out how to animate with a timeline, but then again, I can't without. Oh, you'll get used to it. It just needs practice. I mean, animation is like a pain in the butt, and it's not easy. So, like, you just have to do it and figure it out. Make that leap of faith. Hi, Catcraft. I'm nice. I meant to say I'm fine. I almost said I'm 9. Because I mixed up nice and fine. I'm fine, thanks. I hope you're good too. I leave for 2 mins and you do this. Do what? What did I do? Horrible, terrible things, I assume. Oh, I just realized how bad this is. Do I want this head a bit down or a bit up? What you use to animate? Oh, it says on the screen, but I use TV Paint Pro 11. Yeah, sure, I'll have it down. I don't know if I like his face here. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Oh, happy birthday, Jamie. Damn. Okay. Hello. I saw people saying hello, so I want to join in. Oh, sorry, I only know you as Misty. I never know what to call people anymore. I'll call you Steve. I'm just gonna ignore the tail for now, because that can do its own cool thing later. I'm just gonna put it in there. How long are you gonna be streaming? I don't know. I just kind of go until I get tired or bored. Oh god, it's 9:30? Jesus. Oh, I thought it was like 7. That's alright, it's Saturday. I just get tired so quick. I'm like, oh, it's almost 10, it's almost bedtime. Good lord. Ooh. Oh, people are posting things. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. How long have you been animating for? I've been animating since I was 19, so how many years is that? 4, 5 years? Trace me. Trace me. Hello. Hello. Michigan. What should I call you? Cause you've rebranded, haven't you? Oh, my eye is itchy. I'm like, I feel like such a baby. I'm like, ooh, I'm tired. I'm hungry. My eye is itchy. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to draw cats. Oh god, you're 19. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. We're growing up, man. I remember like in the good old days in like 2015, and everyone I knew was like 14 years old. Everything was pure and happy. And now we're growing old and we're learning what independence is and what taxes are. And I'm working in a job and struggling to not struggling. Well, being sad, paying council tax, and other people are starting uni and being like, "Oh God, it's hard." It's so weird. You trace me, Misty, but I trace you. That can't be right. Do we trace each other? Say my name, please. It's Alma Rose. That's a very pretty name. You get made fun of it? Oh, you're gonna love that name when you're older. It's cool to have a cool name. My name's quite basic. Oh god, this is where everyone says their ages. You're 19, Misty? Misty, I thought you were older than that. Suddenly I feel old. Yeah, we were just animating singing cats and now we're in debt. That's a good way to put it. 19. Man, when I was 19, it was when I started joining maps and stuff. I miss being 19. You're 9? Oh! Oh, I need to sit down. I mean, I'm already sat down, but I need to sit down harder. 9 3/4. Oh, honey. Good God. You know what freaked me out? Is that I've known my second cousin since she was a little baby. And now she's 18. And I'm like, oh my god, I remember when you were like crawling. I remember before you could walk. And now you've like started uni and you have a boyfriend. What the hell is going on? Oh, it's so weird. It's like, oh, you've aged. You're like a proper human now with hobbies and interests and memory. Oh, 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 I don't like it. I still remember being like, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys, if Misty and Try, if you guys are 19, that means you're born in 2000, right? Because I remember being hit with the realization that people who were born after the year 2000 were adults, and I was like, oh my god, because it's weird because all your circles, all the people you grew up with, you were all born in the 90s, so then you learn that people were born after the 90s, and you're like, oh my god, oh. You posted a map part every day for an entire summer? Good lord. I remember when Fire was like that. She like posted a new map part every like 3 days. And I was like, good lord. It's terrifying. Sorry, I'm having an existential crisis whilst drawing cats. Oh, I'm still doing this. Why am I still doing this? I'm gonna be like 50 years old and still doing this. It actually struck me, you're 2002! Oh my god! Oh, that means you were, oh. So I'm having a moment. Okay, I was waiting for someone to call me a boomer. Oakhart's the boomer here. Look at him. I bet he does tax evasion. He voted conservative. You were born the year My Chemical Romance started. No, it didn't cut. I just went quiet because I was having a moment. I was like suddenly aware of my existence on the planet. I was that cat meme that like you place a piece of cheese on his head and he like goes through time and space. That was kind of me for a second. Oh, aging. Oh. When did Warriors start? When did Warriors Into the Wild, Aaron Hunter? 2003? Some of you were... Luna, you were 1 year old when Warriors came out. Oh. Oh. I don't know how old I was when I started reading it. I know it was like... I'm pretty sure the New Prophecy had just ended when I started reading. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, people are out here being like, oh, I wasn't even born yet. I'm like, oh. Good lord. Good lord. 7 years later? Mom. Oh, don't. I was having a moment earlier today, right? I was like, I got out of bed and I had my breakfast and I was just kind of eating and soaking in the morning. And I was like, one day I'm gonna be sat somewhere, maybe in my own garden or maybe in a park somewhere, and it's gonna be very quiet and I'm gonna be thinking about all the things that I've done, all the people that I knew that I no longer know. I'm gonna be like 60 years old and being like, I remember that time I played Pokemon all day. And I remember when I got my first job. And it's gonna feel like distant memories. And I'm like, oh god, this right now is gonna be a distant memory one day. Oh. Oh. I hate it. One day we'll be like, oh, I remember when I was young, I had animated cats. And all your like children are gonna be like, that's dumb. You're gonna be like, yeah, I know. But you'll understand one day. Just imagine like showing your kids your animations from the Warriors days, and they're like, "Mom, this is so dumb. I can't believe you did this." And you're like, "Yeah, I can't believe either." Oh, that smile is very big. It's like when I was when I was tiny, obviously we didn't really have the internet, so I mean, internet kind of became a huge thing when I was like 8 maybe. So like from then on I could embarrass myself online, but like now kids being born right into the internet and they can like pick it up when they're like 5 or something. Oh, bye Red. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat 'cause I've been in my brain. Oh god, what was I saying? Oh right, but like now people are like getting into the internet when they're like 5 or something. And oh, could you imagine all the embarrassing things they could do? They have like all of YouTube and Twitter at their fingertips. They're gonna be tweeting at 6 years old, and then when they're older, they're gonna look back on it and be like, "Oh God, like oh here's all the evidence of me being a twat when I was 6." Whereas us, I just all my evidence of being a twat when I was 6 is all in diaries that are long gone. But I mean, social medias and the internet's gonna adapt and stuff, so who knows if this will be around. That's the stuff I worry about, like, because most things are digital now, like, we might not be able to read these same things in the future, like, we might have different technology that isn't compatible. It's like, will we lose this whole period of time? Because so much stuff is digital. There was actually an exhibit in a museum where they were trying to, like, make everything physical, because, like, if we have centuries of history to look at, like buried and fossilized and stuff. But with us, it's like most of it's like a lot of it's digital. Like a lot of our artwork is digital and all that. There's not any cave paintings of ours to look back on. Do I remember dial-up internet? I do. Yeah, you couldn't use the phone and the internet at the same time. And I remember turning on the big freaking computer we had, and it was like, and then you had to like wait for that, and like there would like text would come up on the screen, and then it would be like Windows 98 or something. Program I'm using, it's TV Paint Pro 11. It's on the right there underneath the 3D spinning cat on the screen. Oh, you gave me money. Thank you. I'm sorry you had to listen to me ramble about life. I apologize for that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Stem. I'm glad you like my dial-up. When my last brain cell powers up. Yeah, me too. That's me when I wake up, like. I've always been a computer. That's why I was so amazed about how young you guys are, because I'm a computer, so I'm like 200 years old. No, I'm not 200. Computers aren't 200 years old. I'm ageless. I have no age. Yeah, those all like landline phones and home phones were all had those cords. Do you remember the cords with like they were like all wiggly? They were like this. And then while you're ringing your friend, you like played with you, like you put your fingers in it and played with it and twirled it around your finger. I remember our phone was in the porch, so if you wanted to phone someone, you'd have to sit next to the front door and it was freezing. Oh, I never used a fax machine. We didn't have faxes, so I missed that. Faxes were around then, we didn't use them or anything. But I have the original, well, I did have it. It broke My mum threw it out like a few months ago. We had the original Nintendo Game Boy, you know, the grey one, and I loved it, but it was a state. Oh yeah, landlines are still around. They're just like wireless now. You don't have to plug them into like your Ethernet socket or whatever it was. Okay, Jock Hart is back. Look at him. Jock Hart's a boomer. I still have a really, really old landline on my flat wall actually, because this is an incredibly old building and they've just taped it, like they've just put duct tape on it. And I'm like, okay, that works. Wait, are people freaking out that I had the old Game Boy? Yeah, I played, I think we had Pokemon Yellow on it. Although, it was I was too young to understand the game, so when Pikachu fainted, I thought he died forever, and I cried, and I had to admit to my brother that I killed his Pikachu, and he was like, "What? You dumbass." Oh, thank you, Pixel's dog. Thank you. Sorry, I'm rambling and drawing a cat with bedroom eyes. His head's tilted unexpectedly. I haven't really been following the onion skin because I'm a dingus. Oh, don't worry, I don't expect you to donate. It's very nice of you to want to. Oh yeah, the original DS, that was probably my first console I just had by myself. Oh, my brother had like the PS1 and then the PS2 when it came out. We actually had an old Sega, I think. But I didn't remember that. My brother had it, but because my mum went through a lot of our old stuff recently for a car boot sale or a yard sale. And she was like, "Oh, I found this," and she pulled out like I think it was like a Sega Genesis or something, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a piece of history right there." Didn't even know we had that. What software do you use? It's on the screen, buddy. It's on the right. It says it under work program under the spinning, the little spinning dude. Oh, the Cars game. I had the Cars game. Is that when you could like you could kind of like explore Radiator Springs. You did like little missions. I actually really I really loved the Cars game. I watched my brother play Turok a lot. You know the game. You play like a guy with a gun, and you're in like a dinosaur world, and you can play multiplayer on it where you have to fight each other. But all I did on it was be a dinosaur, and I'd be really offended if my brother shot me. I'd be like, "No, I'm being a dinosaur," and he's like, "But this is the game. You have to fight." I'm like, "No, I just wanted to be a dinosaur. Nothing's changed. I still want to be a dinosaur." Oh yeah, I played Dog's Life. Dog's Life was good. It terrified me as a kid. I thought it was scary. Hello, you peeps. Sorry, we're talking about old things. Like me. I'm old, apparently. But it's okay being old because I live alone and I can do whatever I want. I could eat all of the ice cream in the freezer right now if I wanted to. I don't actually have a lot of ice cream in the freezer, so it's not very hard, but you get what I mean. What if you are a dinosaur boomer? I mean, in that sense, I am a dinosaur. Because I am old, I suppose. So maybe I really am a dinosaur. Pets 4. Oh yeah, I've got Pets 5 on this computer right now. Because I keep a lot of my old PC games to go back to occasionally. Like I have all the old Zoo Tycoon games as well. I got the first Zoo Tycoon games at home though. I got the second ones with me. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's fun just to go back to games that just ran like trash in the early 2000s. When did I remember playing Pets 4? I think I played Pets 3 as well, actually. I'm gonna look at when that came out. No, not Pets 2. No, not Secret Life of Pets. Bugger off. Pets. Dating back to 95. Okay, Cats and Dogs 4. What? Ooh, Cats and Dogs 4, the one that I played, was released in 99. Did I play it in 99? Oh, I'm pretty sure I didn't play that when it came out, but I think I did play Pets 5 when it came out, which came out in 2002. So that sure is tasty. Okay. Okay. Okay, bye, Misty. Yeah, go concentrate, because that's not what I'm that's the opposite of what I'm doing. Bye bye, it was nice talking to you too. I'll lock Luna out next time, don't worry. Oh yeah, Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature was the one that I played on the PS1. I want to raise his muzzle a bit. I see how it is. No, it's okay, you're welcome here. You played the Cars game, so we're homies now. Yeah, dogs too. Oh. I just remember this cursed Furby game I played when I was a kid. You had like a... You had like a room. Oh, I think I just found it. Oh, something awoke in my stomach when I saw the cover of this thing. Hold up. Look at this. I remember, I think I had this. Oh, this is the second image. It's very useful. It's £12 used. Hang on, I want to see pictures. Is there no more information? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's so small. This. Oh, top 10 90s PC games for kids. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I loved this as well though. Barbie Horse Adventure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this. And this is pets. It won't let me click it. This is the Big Fun in Furbyland. Is that what it's called? Oh. Didn't mean to go on here. Yeah, it's Big Fun in Furbyland. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Look at it. I remember loving this. I don't know what you could do in it. I think you just kind of like brushed it and it spoke to you. I remember these terrible, terrible colors. Oh, this has awoken something deep within me. Barbie Animal Hospital? Did I play that? It sounds familiar. I think this one rings a bell. This one? I played this one. This one? Is this the one you mean? Pet Patrol. Here it is. That's the one I played. It was banging. Look, it still looks pretty good. Animal Hospital was yours, was it? Oh, we're not animating anymore, are we? No, I want the game. Oh no, I didn't play this one. Oh no, this is the bad stuff. Is this the one? No, Pet Vet 3D. Wait. Oh, I played this vet game that was really scary. Oh yeah, Zoo Vet! This is the one! I'm finding these a lot easier than I thought I would. It was kind of really scary actually. Cause like some of the animals were like really wounded and like bloody. And you had to heal them and I was like losing it. And also the like the graphics were really scary, so it really scared me. I remember the fucking Komodo dragon on the Okay, I'll go back to animating now. Whoops. I had to take a moment to do that. Okay, I've had enough. Back to Oh, I didn't give him his hair tufts. So he holds this pose for a while. And then he goes, oh my god, we've almost tied down the keys. This has taken like all evening. I wanted to finish all the rough animation this evening, but I'm like, that's okay. As long as I've got the hardest part over with, which is the tie downs, I think, I'll be able to do it during the week next week after work. It's just hard to get like the really long, tedious parts done, like the tie downs after work, because it's like you only have like 2 hours free in the evening, so it's like it takes so long. I was scared by low poly. Look, they were really bad models that they look scary. Thank you, Alerta. Oh, bye, Catcraft. Thanks for coming. Oh, bye, Michigan. Sorry, I took you down a horrible path through time. Okay, he's doing like an R sound here. Oh, R sounds are really difficult because they're like kind of like O almost. That'll do. Remember you could put a console game in the computer and the devs would just leave you. Yeah, I remember. I think sometimes if you put a console game in the computer, an error message would come up being like, "You're not meant to play this on here," or something like that. Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Oh, you had an asthma attack? Are you alright? Oh my god, don't come back on the stream. Go get help. Bro. It's scary, man. I just tried to tap twice on the screen, thinking I was on my iPad. God damn it. Oh, he looks a bit funny now, doesn't he? I've kind of got all my... got my proportions wrong. Oh, bye, Stem. Thank you. Enjoy your evening too. Whoops. I'm just gonna accept that this is quite an ugly frame, but it's okay. It'll be very quick. This is our little secret. Big brain time. How long did it take you to get good at animation? I'm not good yet, so I'll let you know. Well, I've been animating since 2014. And I did a lot of practice during that time. I started uni for animation around that time too, so I had to do a lot during that time. I did a lot of map parts over summers, and that helped me learn a lot. Trial and error, read books, had to write essays. Anyone can get good at it, they just need the time and patience to practice it. Ah, I forget to put his fluff again. Just gonna say hair over and over and over again. Oops. For each console war you've lived through. Luckily, I didn't really like participate in gamer culture, so I didn't actually like witness any wars or drama or anything. The only time I really witnessed drama was like on DeviantArt, and it was like between two artists that I followed and not to do with me. So I was just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna walk away now. Interviews for uni. I'm probably not the best one to ask because I kind of cheated. Like I went to a foundation course first, and the interview I had for that, I just had to bring in a portfolio of my best work and show them the interest I had in animation in order to get into the course. And then to get into the actual animation degree, I just jumped right from the foundation course into it, so I didn't even have to interview for it. I just got straight in. So I kind of cheated, but it's fine. Just show them your best work and show them your passion. Don't show them anything you're embarrassed of. Like, you don't want to have to explain yourself. You want to be confident in your work. Oh, thank you, Washi. Oh, gosh. Hello. He goes back a bit here, so it's like his little anticipation before walking off. My chicken scratch. Hair. Whoops. You're in year 10. Oh, bless. Oh, I used to use Photoshop for animation. It's pretty naff for animation, but you could do it. It's great that you have Photoshop, because Photoshop's expensive. Bye, Mr. Dragon. Oh, it's okay. I've stopped eating jelly beans now. It was like 2 hours ago. I've still got jelly beans next to me. But I've stopped because I will erode my teeth with sugar if I keep going. I got a whole tube of them yesterday at my work party, and it's taken a lot of strength to not just down them in one go like I would do when I was little. But I don't have that kind of power now. What don't I like about these eyes? Okay, he's gonna have to start rotating his head here. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, suddenly this sounds like Zelda music. Oh, it is. Oops. What kind of stuff would you recommend to put in portfolios? Oh yeah, life drawings they like. Just anything, if you've done work personally, they just like to see that you take initiative and do your own ideas and stuff at home. I can't remember with uni because I don't know how, it probably depends how tricky your uni is to get into. Like some of them are quite lax and some of them are quite competitive, so you might want to look up on their website maybe if they have anything. put your best work that you're most proud of and that you think showcases your skills the most. If you want to study something in particular, like animation, then try to include things that are to do with that. So maybe like character design or storyboarding or anything that's kind of sequential. Just stuff that represents you as an artist, I guess. You want to wow them and show them what you can do, you know. Please come to Sheridan. That's far away, buddy. that's in Canada. I would love to go to Sheridan. I don't even know if you're talking to me, actually. You might be talking to someone else. I'm sort of puzzled on what to draw. I want to focus on improving my backgrounds. Give me your choice on what you should draw. I guess look up some landscape pictures online and reference from them to improve backgrounds. Flash ain't too great for frame-by-frame traditional animation either. You can do it on there though. It's just it hasn't got great brushes. I never used Flash, so I can't really. They're all usable. Like remember in the old days we used paper to animate, so I mean anything that can give you a sequence you can use. I keep forgetting to use the onion skin. I just kind of go dilly-dallying. Sorry, I'm being quiet now, by the way. I'm in concentration mode. I realize how slow I've been working on this because I was so distracted. I need to do the fluff before the ears. Have you ever struggled with wanting to hide your online presence? Yeah, mine was a bit weird because when did I kind of had my online presence kind of started when I was in school, but I didn't tell my friends about it. My friends never really knew about it because I mean the internet wasn't so actively used when I was in school, so people weren't like all on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or anything, so there wasn't anything for them to really find because they weren't using it. They'd mostly use Facebook, but I didn't really use Facebook, so it kind of worked out. I didn't really have to hide that. But yeah, I just never talk about it. Like even to my parents, I would tell them that I was drawing online and I'd show them my DeviantArt account and stuff because they worried. I was just like, no, I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just doing this, and they're like, oh, okay. You know, as long as you're like, you know, you're not talking to weird strangers. You're just like practicing a craft and learning things. So I was quite open to my parents about it, but I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't tell them everything. But I didn't really do much sketchy stuff online anyway. But like, when I made my first online friend and she wanted to come visit, I was like, oh, so I have this online friend, can she come visit? And they were like, what the hell? But she actually did visit and they really liked her. So ever since then, they've been really trustworthy of me and what I do online because they, so I've been really lucky with that. But nobody really knew about my online stuff until uni when it like accidentally came out. Because people like found me online because my name was connected to it. But by that point, I wasn't too embarrassed by my work. I mean, I was, but I was kind of like, I've kind of owned the fact that I like drawing cats now. And people liked my stuff, so it made me feel more confident when people found my work, because they actually like, they're like, oh, I saw your thing, it was really good, and this and that. They were really nice about it, so I was like, I was embarrassed because it was all cats, but I was also like, oh, they liked it though. And then people knew I liked cats from then on, so it was kind of nice. Like, I remember my friend being like, this was actually like earlier this year at work, I think. I was like, oh, I need to draw more. I need to diversify because I just draw cats all the time. And she was like, yeah, but that's your thing. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It is my thing. I was like, I'm gonna own it, you know? I'm the one who likes to draw cats. So like, instead of trying to avoid it or be embarrassed by it, I just kind of be like, yeah, I like to do it. So what? Like, it's something I enjoy doing and I've made something out of it, so it's weird. I think I can use my weird success with it as a good excuse to be proud of it, because like people can find it weird, but when you show them what you've gained from it, they're like, oh, okay, well, it's worked. Like, it may be weird, but you're doing good, so I'm not so embarrassed by it now because it's kind of built my skill, kind of, because if it wasn't for the online presence, I wouldn't practice nearly as much. But yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed by what you do because you've done a really good job, Chai, and like you've made a lot of friends through it and gained a lot of skills. Like, especially like, because animation's such a weird particular hobby to have if you're not going into it for a career. So if people know that you taught yourself to animate, that's a really cool thing to do, you know? If you're like in your job in the future, you want to go into music, right? If you're like become a music teacher and people are like, oh, so you know, what do you do in your free time? What are you doing this weekend? You're like, oh, I'm gonna animate this project that I'm on. They'll be like, oh, what? You animate? That's so cool. And you know, it's just like, it's a nice thing to have. You obviously don't have to share your work or share your accounts or anything, but it's like, when you grow up, the things that make you unique, like, are good. Like, because when you're a kid, it's easy for people to like bully you if you're different, like if you like different things. Kids have a knack of pointing out what's different and using that as a bad thing. But when you grow up, it becomes nice that you're into different things because people's lives become very mundane when you get older. So if you do something different, people kind of grasp onto that and they're kind of inspired by that and they're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, yeah, like, ramble again. Oh, the course I'm applying for says it's just for 2D, but when I went to an open day, they said you can learn all the styles, mostly specialized in 2D. Yeah, make sure you know what you're getting into, because some, like, I did want to get into this one uni, but they only did CG. So make sure they cover what you want. If they do 2D though, they should do other things, because 2D isn't that huge anymore, so. Oh man, I was meant to finish these roughs today, but I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna finish the just gonna finish the tie downs, I think. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped. It's weird. Growing up is weird. Being an adult is weird. You learn to you learn to accept yourself, you know, and you don't try to please other people just as much. Oh god, profile views. How do you keep a constant style when animating? When I'm doing the keyframes and the tie downs like I'm doing now, I just make sure I'm trying to, you know, I consciously try to draw in relation to my previous frames, so and if I haven't, I just go back and fix the keyframes, because if the keyframes aren't right, then the in-betweens won't be right. So right now I'm trying to, going from 3/4 to profile I find so difficult, because you have to retain those proportions that you've built up. Ideally, in a perfect world, you do a turnaround of your characters, so you know how they look from every angle to make sure that they hook up, but can't be asked to do that, so I'm just gonna make sure his head rotates in 3D space appropriately. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's not like I'm getting paid for this, so it's fine. Hello, Serena. I can play it if you want. Let me just finish this head real quick. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me move that down a bit. Whoops. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, I think it's fine. I always press a hotkey and then something happens and I think it's gone forever. Pick this leg up a bit. Oh good, I just realized I don't have to animate his face for the next ones. Okay, let's see what it looks.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell.
That's so far. Ignore his mouth, because I'm just hitting the syllables. Like, he's gonna continue singing there, and then and then ooh. So it doesn't work so great yet, but The movement is how I want it to be, so that's what matters right now. Ooh, sorry, stretch. If they only teach 2D, I'd maybe consider looking somewhere else if you're not too attached to that uni, because although 2D is great, there's not a lot of it going on right now, and it may change in the future, and it's important to know 2D for fundamentals, but it does restrict you a little bit. But you can always teach yourself other things in the future. Like, I only learned 2D, and that's dug me into a bit of a hole, but there's nothing stopping me from learning other things. That's what's great about the internet, is that there's a lot of resources to teach yourself. You never know what's going to be relevant in the future, so it's hard to know what to study. How the heck am I going to turn his head in this angle? He's got an awkward L shape there. Oops. Hi, Catcraft. Welcome back. Hi, Cass. Sup? When you guys say suave, what do you mean? Oh, suave is like kind of sneaky, cheeky. Let me Google it because I won't be able to describe it very well. Charming, confident, and elegant. There we go. Cheeky and sneaky. I was thinking of charming. Bye, Scourge. It really is this the existential crisis day. Oh my god, I have an ulcer. Ow! Just poked it, and now I'm in pain. Sure do love how my body's screwing me up this week. Hold up, is this... No, it's not. This sounded like Birdie for a second. I was gonna freak out. Yeah, I've gotten somewhere, Catcraft. I didn't get as far as I wanted to today, but at least I got somewhere. I should probably do more of him walking here. gonna be a music teacher in a few years. I'll probably still be animating singing cats for fun in my free time. Yeah, it's comforting. I find stuff like that is like, when you think of stuff like that, like, oh man, my life is gonna be so different some years from now, but then you think like, I'll still be me and I'll still enjoy the same things. And I find comfort in that too, where it's like, so what's my train of thought again? Like, oh, my life's gonna be just so different, and I'm not gonna have, you know, there's gonna be less familiarity, and I'm gonna have to make a lot of changes. But I'll still enjoy Pokemon, and I'll still, you know, love my mom, and, you know, stuff like that. It's like, it's nice to think about, where it's like, I'll still be me. I found that when I started uni and I was really scared, one of the first things I actually did after moving in was working on a map part, because the familiarity of it was just really nice. It was like, this is, I no longer live at home and I'm away from everything I know, but I still know this. How long does it take you to finish a map part? Well, it really depends. Like, this one's just one shot and it's not too long, so I'm hoping only a few days. But I'm hoping, because if I don't finish it in a few days, I'll be a bit stuck because it's due at the end of next week, and then I have to go home for Christmas, so. Woo. What's a good way to build an online presence? Good question. Who knows? I think it's a mix of luck and timing and catering. Tagging stuff, putting your work in places where a lot of eyeballs will see it is how you'll build it, which means fan art. And, you know, relevant fan art. It's like a form of marketing, really. It's not easy, but don't concentrate on it too much. Just concentrate on doing what you enjoy and just post it. And if people love it, then they'll stick around. I kind of got lucky because that's kind of what I did. I mean, I did loads of fan art with warriors. I mean, that's probably why all you guys are here, because my warriors map parts. But I didn't post that intending to get a presence. I kind of posted it because I loved doing it, and people just kind of came along. So I was very lucky in my case. And then I posted my own stuff, you know, like Finch and stuff, and people liked her, so I was just lucky in that the stuff that I liked, other people also liked. Whoops! Oh, what did I just do? I think I just made a stamp by accident. Alexa, play Cabinet Man. Oh, Raining Mountains. Hi, sorry, I didn't notice you there. Honestly, it's super comforting always having those things to fall back on no matter how different your life's gonna be. Yeah, exactly. Like, life it's scary and a lot of things change. Not always for the better, not always for the worse. Change is scary, but you always have those things that you hold close to you, you know, like you still have your hobbies and your interests and the things that make you happy. Like, I think next year I have no idea what's going to happen to me because my contract runs out, so I'm gonna have to look for a new job. and I have no idea where that's gonna be. I don't know how if I was to move abroad. I could be moving to Canada, I could move to US, you know, I could go anywhere and it's terrifying. But I'm like, but Animal Crossing's coming out and I can play that. And, you know, I still really enjoy drawing, so I can always do that. And like I still have my friends, so I can talk to them. And it's like, even if things will be crazy different, this doesn't mean you will change. You still have the things that make you happy. Like here, for example, I haven't really enjoyed my time here all that much, so I am excited to go. But I've tried to make it better in the way that I've really decorated my apartment to be to however I want it. Like I put posters and art everywhere, I've put plants everywhere, I've kept loads of bugs in here because I just wanted to. And you just kind of remind yourself of who you are, and it comforts you in a way. I don't know, it's weird. Any ideas to reduce getting hurt while doing art? Oh yeah, your back. Yeah, you have to make sure you have a nice chair, make sure your posture's good, like try to set a reminder to straighten up your posture, because I'm guilty of that too, like especially on Cintiqs, it kind of encourages a bad posture. Which is why I've been drawing on my iPad too, because you can just kind of slump on the couch and not hurt your back. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna have to stop streaming soon because I'm getting a little sleepy. I did not. I was meant to finish the sketch today, but I only just finished tidying it. Some Boo Boo the Fool. He's also like changed model entirely throughout this, but it's fine. I kind of want to give him the little muzzle stripes, so I'm gonna add those. I like them. They kind of look like cat stubble.
Your hair looks
Oh, I was wondering where I recognize this music. It's from oh heck, I forget the name. Hyperdrifter? That really cool indie game. Thank you, Buzzer. I agree, my snails are adorable. I totally get what you mean, and I wish you the absolute best on your endeavors and that your next job will be a bit better. Oh, thank you, Raining. Yeah, I hope so too. It's hard to know what it's gonna be like, but at least I have bit of experience behind me now. It's a first world problem, but honey always falls asleep on me, so I can't shift around too much. Oh yeah. Oh no. You're never allowed to move again when that happens. Sorry. God, I want a cat so bad. Bye, Kiroma the dog. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Pixels. Oh, you're shiny hunting. Oh man, I want to do that one day. It'll probably kill me. I've never shiny hunted before.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. 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 Take your hat, your hair looks swell.
Kind of want its head to raise up when he says swell. Just do it in a cheaty way. Hyper Light Drifter, that's the name of the game. Just remembered it. Bye, Ducky. I've been here such a long time. Hello, I've been cutting and sewing fur for my suits. This is the most calming thing to watch while making suits. Oh, thank you. Good luck with those. I really want to play Pokemon because I never did when I was younger. What game should I start on? Oh, you can pretty much start on any of them because they don't have an ongoing story in each one. So, whichever one catches your fancy, I guess. Some of them have, like, they're set in different regions. And you know, some are based on, like X and Y is based on France, and the new ones are based on the UK. So do a little research to see what you think. Shiny hunting is a trap because you never really plan for how long it'll take. I have to intentionally limit the time I spend per day just so I don't watch YouTube and hatch eggs for an entire evening. Yeah, I'm worried that's what will happen to me too. But in a way, I need things like that sometimes, you know, something just to zone out with. I really want to get a snail now. Is it difficult to keep them and expensive? I'm either going to get a snail or geckos. Well, snails are kind of limited because they're actually illegal in a lot of countries because they're invasive. So maybe if you're in the US, you can't get one, for example. Same with Canada. A bunch of places in Europe you can get them though. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But I think geckos would be more interesting. I have snails because I can't get anything else. But I do love them. They're not expensive or hard at all. You just feed them vegetables. The setup might be expensive, but even then it's not too bad. It'll be cheaper than geckos. Geckos you have to like make sure they're getting the right vitamins every day. You have to dust their food. You have to feed them every day. You have to feed them different things, like not just crickets. They need supplements. They need the right lighting. You know, the right temperatures and humidity and stuff, the right amount of space. You have to keep this stuff in mind. Some geckos need like a humid hide so that they can shed properly. No sand. Hide on the hot end, hide on the cool end. You know, they need a temperature gradient. Make sure you research these things to make sure you know what you're getting into, because snails, you just have to keep them a certain temperature, a certain humidity, and feed them vegetables every couple of days. Lizards need a lot more maintenance than that. There's actually a channel on YouTube called Leopard Gecko. It's literally called gecko, and she shares loads of information about it. Oh, you're in the UK. Then you can get snails, yeah. If you could have any pets, what would you get? I just want a cat. I just want a cat and a dog so bad. I also really liked the idea of getting birds, but they're a little too high maintenance. I love how social they are, and I've always loved birds, but I just think they'd probably be a bit too difficult. A tegu, oh my god. You need a lot of space for a tegu. Your leopard gecko didn't eat for the first 2 months? Oh god, they have to eat every day, man. You have to feed those every day. I've heard it's common for snakes not to eat for a while when they're stressed. Make sure you're feeding the gecko what you should be having.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. Your hair looks so nice. Your hair
Oh, you have bearded dragons. Oh yeah, you probably know how to care for geckos, alright then. My cousin has 4 birds and their stuff is covered in bird poop from them. Yeah. That was another thing. That was another reason why I was a bit put off, that they're very messy. A few months without eating. Damn, I didn't know they could go that long. Oh, bless him. You're doing him a favor by rescuing him from a pet shop, though. I don't think reptiles from pet shops get the best care ever, do they?
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. Your hair looks swell. Your hair looks.
Oh, I really want pigeons. Oh, you're getting pigeons. I want pigeons. I was actually looking up where to get pigeons, but a lot of the ones here are racing pigeons, and they're like, you know, primarily wild. They just home to you. But I want to rescue a pigeon and have it as a pet. Because they're so sweet and they're also quiet. I love pigeons. Oh, that's not good math. Can't draw mouths. It looks funny. He looks like he's doing a really awkward smile at a wedding. Yeah, nah. bit more of a gentle mouth. There we go. Oh, hello. Don't worry, I'm probably gonna end soon though, because I'm getting a bit tired. Oh yeah, I'd love pet rats. Oh, me and my boyfriend really want to get rats. He's had rats before and he loves them. But we're just not in a position right now where we can get pets, and it's really sad because I can like, oh, you know, you can feel yourself deteriorating when you're away from animals for so long. You know, I go to pet shops a lot just so I can see animals. So you can, it's almost like you can feel your body producing serotonin when you're around animals. You're like, oh yes. Oh, did you encounter a shiny just now? Oh, sweet. I can't believe we're getting tired at 11 p.m. This is my old ass. I used to be able to survive until at least 1 a.m. Those days are gone, which is a good thing, because those were unhealthy days, but still, I want to get this done. I only have this weekend. At least I have a lot of time tomorrow. I need to go into town and get some portable heat pads for my snails, because I have to bring them on a very long train back home for Christmas. So I'm just gonna have a box of snails in my lap with this portable heat pad. That would be exciting. I always love just having a day trip with my snails into London. Last year I had to do it too, but I only had one and he was still really small, whereas this time I have two of them and one of them's very big, so this will be interesting. Oh shoot, I forgot to do his fluff again. Serotonin time. Enjoy that serotonin for me. Yeah, the time zones are insane. I know them by heart now, because I had so many friends in the US. It's like the East Coast is 5 hours behind, unless you're like in Maine, which is 4 hours behind. It just touches another time zone. Area around like Ohio and Texas, that strip of the US is 6 hours behind. A little bit next to that, like Colorado, is 7 hours, and then California, right in the west, is 8 hours behind. Because the US is so big, it has 4 to 5 of its own time zones. Where it's in Europe, it's just kind of like 1 or 2 hours apart. My boyfriend's in Chicago at the moment, so he's 6 hours behind me. It's really bizarre. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and he'll give me an update on what he's been doing. When he got home the previous night. Oh, that's cute, Buzzardly. You're a good snail parent. Bye, Geeky. Have fun. That sounds cool. I wish the day was still young here, but at least the weekend's not quite over yet. This time tomorrow I'll be like, But then again, I only have 1 week left for Christmas. Oh my god, the hiccups are here. Oh my gosh.
Take your hat, your hair looks swell. How your hat, your hair looks swell.
I just realized this whole bit here is probably not going to show up because my audio actually ends on this frame. So all of this that I'm trying so hard to make look right, you're not even going to see it. It's going to be green screen, so you're going to see a bit of it, but I really shouldn't bother too much. Oh, she's asleep on you. It means you can't do anything today, sorry. You're gonna have to stay inside all day, what a shame.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat,
Whoops.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. 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 I'll take your hat,
Looks like his head gets real small. There. Oh. Ugh. Okay, almost there.
your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. I'll take your hat,
Does that turnaround seem too fast? Doesn't have the kind of weight that I want. I might make it a bit longer and see what that does.
I'll take I'll take your hat,
Oh, that feels
your
better.
hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your 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 hair looks swell. I'll take your hat, your
Okay, I'm alright with that. But I could tell I'm looking at it too long and I'm getting tired. So I'm gonna end the stream. This has been going on longer than I expected. I was only expecting a few hours, but... Oh yeah, don't worry, I haven't finished in betweening it. This is gonna have more frames, don't worry. But yeah, thanks for coming. I might do this again tomorrow, just to push me into doing this a bit more, and hopefully I'll be a bit less tired. But yeah, thanks for coming. I might see you tomorrow, I might not. Either way, have a nice weekend and a nice night. Mwah. Okay, bye bye.